It's just a really great, well thought out little banger guy. What's going on YouTube? Welcome to another episode of the Friday Vape Club. As always, is your host, me, Squiddly Triss. And welcome back to another review. Today we're looking at something different. This is an all-in-one kit. I guess it's a mouth to lung all-in-one kit. This is the Zelos 3 from Aspire. Now they sent this my way for review, so you will see the paid promotion somewhere around here. It doesn't mean I got paid. It means that they gave me this product for, I get to keep it. So they let me review it and then I get to keep it. That's a pretty good bargain. So what we're gonna do is take a real quick look at this thing. We'll dive down, show you the specs, and then we'll do the pros and the cons and the good stuff. So stick around and watch this video. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button for me. Really, really greatly appreciate it. Do not forget to caress the like button. All right, drop a comment down below if you feel free, and let's get into this. All right, here we have a closer look at that Zelos 3 kit. So it is a kit, comes with the Zelos 3, and it also comes with the Nautilus 3 tank. So this is an internal battery device, so you can't take a battery out. It's all in here, and then you get the tank that comes along with it as a kit. Now this is a mouth to lung setup. So the two coils that you do get are primarily made for mouth to lung, and the airflow on this tank is really set up and suited for mouth to lung. Now you can get a restricted direct lung with the open airflow, the fully open, but as you see when we go through this, you will see that it does step down massively to a really restricted mouth to lung. So what we might do is we'll break this thing apart, we'll take it piece by piece, and then we'll go from there. Right, so I'm gonna put a couple of specs here for you about this device right here, but essentially, it is a 3,200 milliamp hour battery that is on the inside. No removable batteries here. It does do 1 to 80 watts, and it has a resistance range of 0.1 to 3.5. There's a whole load of specs and features that come with this thing. So you've got the regular 510 pin, gold plated, right there up the top. Here is your fire button. So this is the screen, everything that you'd expect to be displayed on there, and it does have a couple of features. So if you hold down the plus up and the fire button, you get into the different modes, your different levels, or I guess different features, as you can change the color of the screen. But in the mode here, you select it with the fire button. As you can see, you've got wattage, voltage, bypass, la 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 la, voltage. There you go. This is your up button, goes up and down in 0.5 increments. Cool. So you can see your buttons right there. USB charging, USB-C charging. There is not much on the back, just a sleek ergonomic design. I like the fact they kept the charging port on the front and they didn't flick it on the bottom. What you do have on the bottom though is you have an on and an off button. So a little switch here to turn the device on and off, power it off. So when you get this out of the box, just be aware that this will be in the off position. You do need to flick it to the on position. It took me about 2 or 3 minutes to work out why this thing wasn't firing or wasn't loading up with the 5 clicks on and off. There is a tactile button. Cool, dig it, love it. That's it pretty much for this thing. There's not much to it really, pretty straightforward. All right, here we have the Nautilus 3 tank. Again, I'll bang some features here for you. Essentially, this thing holds 4 mils. It does come with 2 different coils. You get a 0.7 and a 1.8 coil. That's right, 1.8. I said that, 1.8. That's not a mistake. Up the top here, 510 drip tip. You can take this off and replace it if you want to. It is a push fill system. So look for the little red arrow and then you push and that exposes your fill port. The glass section and the chimney on the inside does hold 4 mils of liquid. It is plug and play coils, very simple. The whole base unscrews, put the coil in, screw it back up, done and dusted. I'm not going to take the coil out. You guys don't need to see it. It's very simple, very easy to use. And you do have adjustable airflow. So this is as fully open as the airflow goes. And as you turn it, you can see that it starts to step down very, very small increments until you get to the smallest of them all. Look at that little pinhole. That makes it very, very restricted. So you're going to get a very restricted MTL all the way up to sort of a restricted direct lung. I would call it a loose mouth to lung. That's probably the best way to describe it. Underneath, usual stuff, floating 510 pin, so please don't use this on a mechanical device. Not safe for a mechanical. There you go. So that was a look at the Zelos 3 starter kit, all-in-one kit, whatever you want to call it. It's just a kit. Right, let's take a look at the packaging. Here is the packaging for the Zelos 3. You've got the color on the front, lovely picture. That's all the stuff that you need. On the back, you've got the contents, so on and so forth. And let's open her up. Ooh. So inside here is where your kit will be sitting. As I said, please look for the tactile on-off button because you will spend ages clicking it and nothing will happen. There you go. That's where she sits underneath here with the little tabby. This is what you get inside the packaging and user manual. You get a spare glass section. You do get another 510 drip tip if you prefer this style as opposed to the stubby one that's pre-installed. You also get some spare O-rings for those drip tips. You get the 1.8 coil. Don't know if this one's mesh. I know the 0.7 is mesh. I think this one might just be a round wire. I'm not too sure. I'd have to open it up and have a look. Looks to me a little round wire. There you go. I'd have to pull this thing apart. I've got terrible eyes, but there you go. And you get an USB charging cable. All right, there we had it. A quick look around the Zelos 3 starter kit by Aspire. Let's talk about the pros and the cons. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this Zelos 3 from Aspire for a vape. I have got the 0.7 coil in here. It is at 18 watts. I've got the airflow on the biggest open, the greatest hole opening that you can have. Makes it a little bit more airy. Let's push the fire button and go, shall we? Very airy, very flavorful. I might knock this down maybe 2. Close that airflow off just a little bit more. That's the spot. That's the good stuff. That's the good stuff. So, all right, let's talk about the pros and the cons, shall we? Pros. Got some pros for this thing. First of all, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous looking device. I really, really like the styling. I like the sleek lines. I like the silver and the black, but have a gander at that. What a tremendous looking little combo. Dig it, absolutely dig it. Very well made, very well constructed, feels very quality, nice and ergonomic and comfy in the hand as well. You got the trigger fire button there too. What else do I like? It is mouth to lung, but you can do like a restricted direct lung with the full air open on the tank, on the Nautilus tank. There's not too many features of this thing as well. It does everything that you would expect. You know, it does wattage, it does voltage, it does bypass, does temperature control, which is kind of cool. So it's going to cater to everybody. I just prefer it in the regular wattage mode. I think it works very well in that mode indeed. You can change the color screen, so on and so forth. So yeah, some pretty cool features overall. Full adjustment on the airflow, so you can tailor it from a restricted direct lung all the way down to a tiny, tiny, tiny little mouth to lung hole, tiny little hole, which makes it really restricted. So you got some movement on the airflow spectrum. And the other thing I really, really like about this is tactile on and off button. Love that about it. Not too many mods on the market that do that. I just think it's kind of cool being able to turn the device off without having to do, 5 clicks, so on and so forth. Just a button, just a simple switch, flick it and I'm done. Awesome. That's the pros out of the way. Heaps and heaps of pros. Let's talk about the cons. What are the cons for this device? Not a lot that I don't like about it. The tank worked really well. Plug and play coils, very simple to install. Maybe the only thing I would say is the push fill system. I'm not a big fan of the slide tops. I would have preferred something else, but I mean, that's just being super nitpicky, right? It's just a really great, well thought out little banger guy. Dig it a lot. So heaps of pros, not any cons at all. All right. Well, let's talk about the price. What is the Zelos 3 starter kit, all-in-one kit, whatever you want to call it? What's that going to set you back? A little bit of Google foo around the internet here, and I found it on sale in Australia for $85, which is a banger of a bargain. So I guess that goes into the rating. If I had to give this thing a rating out of best device ever, worst device ever, nothing in between, it's just the best device or the worst device, I am going to give this the best device ever. It has been an absolute joy. Like I said, not a fault, couldn't fault it, nothing wrong with it. So that's it. That's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope you enjoy it. Like always, please like, please share, please subscribe, and remember YouTube, keep it cloudy.